YouTube? It's your boys, P-Dubs Arcade Loft, Michael B. the Game Genie, Detroit Love, and Restalgia for another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Friday night just got live. It's nice to see that Restalgia has joined us this evening. He joined us as the opening credits were rolling. I think it's because you didn't want to do the intro. You knew that with Detroit Love taking the night off, because, you know, he's got a hot date with the missus tonight. You knew that you would be called upon to rise up and do his intro, and you waited. You waited until I was on camera doing it before you joined. Isn't that right, buddy?
That is actually exactly what I did. So I knew that you were going to pigeonhole me into doing the intro, which, let's be honest, nobody wants to hear. And I figured, okay, well, I'll just make up some story about how I'm having technical issues, and I'll join when I can.
Did you say testicle issues?
Definitely testicle issues.
Okay.
Likely story. Guys, it is Friday. The week has gone by, and thank God it's over. I don't know about you guys, but my real life career job, super busy this week. Yeah. Had no time for anything. No time for anything. You get off work, you're putting in extra hours, you're exhausted. Maybe you'll eat dinner, watch some TV, go to sleep, or maybe
stay up till 5:30 a.m. talking to MG on Discord.
Or maybe you'll play like a VR game of golf, and then you're like, okay, I'll go make that YouTube video after. Oh, forget it. I'm too tired. It was a rough week. I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't get anything accomplished. I published, I'm just trying to get my camera to lock. I published a couple of videos on my channel on Sunday and Monday, and then that was it. Like, I was out. Like, I just couldn't do it. It was so busy. Look at Brooklyn Menace. He tapped out at 2 a.m.
At 2 a.m. his time, which was like 4 a.m. my time.
Yes, our favorite commentator, Detroit Love, guys, is taking the missus out on a very hot romantic date tonight. So big shout out to him. We're all pulling for him.
I believe his exact message was, sorry, boys, I got to get it in.
Exact words.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're here, and we're gonna do this show, and we're also gonna self-promote ourselves like crazy, Mike. There's gonna be a lot of shameless self-promotion tonight, so we're gonna be talking about some of the stuff Restalgia's been working on, some of the stuff that I got up and coming when I finally put down the VR headset and get back to making YouTube videos. That shit's so addicting, by the way. It's so addicting. You know, it's hard being a fake gamer and playing VR every single day, Mike. I don't know how I do it. And Mike, you've been all over the place. You're on PSVR, you're on VR, you're on your consoles. You were streaming freaking Bucky. You were playing Bucky on your AtGames.
Yeah, Captain Bucky O'Hare.
Mike is gaming every day. You lucky bastard.
I started watching a new TV show this week too. I haven't actually enjoyed like a TV show to myself in a while. I started watching Reacher this past week. So far, it's been really good.
All right. We're going to say hi to who's here in the live chat. We got a number of topics to talk about tonight. Not all of them are in the thumbnail and on the title of the episode. If we put them all in the thumbnail or title, then we feel like we're obligated to talk about them. And as you guys know, sometimes this show goes off the rails and we miss topics, and then people get mad at us because we missed a topic.
And
it's
then
not
you
intentional.
come up,
this is not a scripted show.
Then you come up with a bunch of suggested topics, and then Restalgia shows up late with absolutely no knowledge on anything and says, too much of this, too much of that. Let's scrap some of that. Thank you for your contribution, Restalgia.
You're welcome, buddy.
We are live on YouTube. We're also live on Twitch. We're also live on Rumble. We know there's usually 2 or 3 people on Twitch and Rumble who like to hang out. So big shout out to Jolly Green. He's watching over on Rumble. Who's our favorite Rumble viewer?
I don't know. This is your Rumble. It's not Super Game Room Dudes Rumble.
Marcus. Hopefully Marcus will join us. We love Marcus. Marcus is loyal. He's our only Rumble viewer.
So it's not up there, but we're streaming to a 4th location as well.
Oh yeah, where is it? Where are we?
We are actually streaming to the Michael Burry MySpace page that I created back in 2003.
We're going to talk a little bit about Arcade1Up. Interesting. We're going to talk a little bit about Arcade1Up. We're going to talk a little bit about AtGames. Actually, guys, if you stay tuned to the AtGames segment, I didn't mean to do that, man. I fucking hate this camera. I'm ready to throw this thing in the trash. I
Just get a new camera, dude. You rich motherfucker.
Dude,
I know.
You can just turn off that feature.
I should. Mike, I made a big purchase this week, okay?
So, actually, let's start with that because you don't know this, P-Dubs, but I've created a new segment on the show. So we're going to start with that. P-Dubs, welcome to the hot seat.
What is this?
P-Dubs, you are currently in the hot seat, and we have to ask you a very big question. You said that you've made a very big purchase. Well, one of the pinball items we're actually not going to cover tonight is the new Dungeons & Dragons, the Tyrant's Eye, just got a new update, and it's, stirring all the sense of stuff out. The code's never finished, and it just keeps updating. So the question is, P-Dubs Arcade Loft, you're wearing a Dungeons & Dragons hat. You're a big fan of the sci-fi fantasy stuff. The people want to know, did you purchase a Stern Pinball Dungeons & Dragons machine? That's right. You're on the hot seat.
Mike, I cannot confirm or deny these accusations. All right, buddy? I just can't.
Your wife's not watching. You can totally say it.
I can't. No, she might be listening in the car on her way home, but if ever there was an Easter egg for the audience to keep their eyes on, it could be my dirty ass hat that I'm wearing right now. So there you go. Yeah. There you go. All right. So yeah, could be happening. If I did buy one, it would be premium, so it'll be a while before those come out because, they're doing the limited editions first, and then they're doing the pros, and then finally the premiums. And based upon, there was an article earlier in this week where somebody's dragon, the dragon, Mike, it caught on fire.
Wow.
Yes. Did you guys see that? It was on the internet somewhere this week in like the pinball groups, like the pinball enthusiasts Facebook groups. Someone's dragon motor caught on fire and they realized it was a defect or something, and like Stern addressed it quickly and stuff, but I'm actually okay with being premium and being last, Mike, because a lot of that stuff gets ironed out along the way. I mean, hell, the code isn't even at 1.0 code, guys. It's at 0.84. They got a long way to go before the code is up to date. So I don't mind waiting a few months for some Dungeons and Dragons pinball. Go ahead.
So also, I heard you made another big purchase recently. You got your Goblin Topper for your Labyrinth pinball.
Yes, I did. Yes,
well, we've got a picture of it here.
Get that off of there. I'm not dealing with that. No, I'm not. No. The goblin. No. The goblins look nothing like that, Mike. I'm not putting up with your crap tonight. You're supposed to be going after Restalgia, not Dubs. Oh, terrible. What up? Billy Woods is here as well. 19. Oh, we didn't do our shout outs yet. All right, let's do the shout outs because Mike is just trolling me tonight, guys. If you want your shout out, speak now, forever hold your peace. As you guys know, we do this in less than 2 minutes, and that's on to the show. And oh yeah, I was hyping up something because we were talking about our topics. When we get to the AtGames segment, AtGames and Zen Studios are now keeping the Zen pinball releases secret. However, I have confirmed what the 2 pinball games being released this month are. So as you guys know, when you're the mayor of home arcades, everyone tells you everything. I got sources everywhere. All information flows up to the mayor. I am the puppet master. And guess what, guys? We are going to reveal that tonight and make people mad. And don't worry, Mike or Restalgia know nothing about this, but I did find out. We will. Oh yeah, but now promise me this, viewers. If we reveal the 2 games that are being released this month for AtGames, you are going to keep it amongst this live chat. You're not going to go around and tell everybody else, right? Promises? Promises in the chat? I want to see some promises.
Yeah, I don't want any Peter Pettigrews in here.
Yeah. All right, let's see who's here. Bill's Retro Gaming Show, King Midas, Zero Cool, Meatball Saucy, MG, Dick, Watson, Mr. Paradise, Stephen Blursh, Dr. Torque, Oracle, Miyata is here, The Fist of Love, sounds naughty, Frankie D, Zero Cool, JJ, Triumph or Die, MG is here, speaking in a beautiful British accent in the live chat. James hates everything. Dubs hat is forward tonight, Goofyfoot says. What's going on? We'll find out. Brian G is here as well. Port a Dream, Mitchie B, Chris NXXW. Who else we got here? We got a lot of people. 19K Fox joined us. Holy cow. 19K Fox is here as well. Paul, Multicade Mindeman is here. Don't let his Arcade1Up facade fool you. The man is truly a multicade fan. He's a multicade fan. All his crap about arcade.
He can do whatever he wants. He's watching this on my MySpace page.
That's fair.
Yeah. Bard says, snap into a Slim Jim. Ritual Dello says, Dan Z, hey bud. You want to say hi to us, Ritual Dello? Or are you just gonna say hi to Dan? What about us? Dan
He's
Z
just here for
hi.
the friendships.
All right. You know what? Let's just let them two talk. Go ahead, boys. Let's see how this develops. You know, secret lovers. That's what we are.
No, that's fine.
So
I mean, it's better than people coming in
Mike,
trying to promote their shit.
I'm teasing.
Comments.
I'm teasing them, Mike. I'm teasing them. Yeah, we don't need any YouTubers coming in promoting their own contents in our live chat, guys. We are going to.
Yeah, we already have a Restalgia for that.
That's right.
We are already going to shamelessly self-promote our own stuff. And speaking of shameless self-promotion, we're going to start with Restalgia. Restalgia this week.
No, we're not. We're not starting with me.
Oh, yeah. Restalgia this week released the N64 mini video you didn't know you needed. Complete clickbait title and thumbnail got you 6,000 views in one day. You rat bastard. Are people pissed off that you lied to your audience, Restalgia, about what this is?
Let's call a spade here. There's a good chance there was a promotion in this video as well.
A promotion?
Yeah.
No, not this one.
Okay.
This I mean, it was sent to me by the company, but it wasn't no,
I don't mean that, but you can pay like Facebook now to promote your videos and stuff.
No,
a lot of people are doing it.
No, this was 100% organic.
Restalgia, you ever heard about this? You could literally go from, you could add 30,000 subscribers in 60 days by using the YouTube promotion tool. It's amazing.
Well, I'm familiar with the promotion tool. I didn't realize that's what you meant. I thought you meant it was like a sponsorship. But no, this was, I posted the video. I honestly thought, because I've done a ton of Retro Flag product videos. Like I've done almost every product that they've ever released because I love them. Right. And most of them kind of top out at like 1,500 views, 2,000 views. Yep. It's not a mass product, right? Like it's a very niche tinkerers type of product. This one, I just went a little bit different with the thumbnail. Lots of clickbait in there.
Oh, all kinds of clickbait. You advertised that this was the N64 Mini, and you got a ton of views off of that. But really, it's a Raspberry Pi case. But I'll be honest, I think it's a pretty cool looking one.
Yeah.
Anything you want to tell us about this real quick, buddy? We just wanted to highlight your YouTube success.
Yeah, well, you know, there's not enough time to really talk about all of my YouTube success on this show, but we can still talk about it. So to be fair, I did a little bit of clickbait. So in the thumbnail, I don't know if we can pull that up. We probably can't pull that up, but what I did is I swapped the emblem on the front with the N64 emblem, the Nintendo 64 one. So it looked like it was actually a mini N64. So I apologize if anybody was completely disheveled as a result of clicking on the video, but it's a really awesome case. It is only compatible with the Raspberry Pi 5. The problem with the Pi 5 is that it's kind of limited in terms of what you can run in terms of an OS right now. Mm-hmm. But in any case, the Pi 5 is the most powerful Raspberry Pi. It does a great job playing N64 games. It can do standalone N64 emulation versus RetroArch emulation. And the games play really well, and it's designed super well. Like, it is a fantastic little console, little plug and play device. If you aren't familiar with Raspberry Pis, there is quite a bit of configuration you have to do. Mm-hmm. You got to write your own image. You got to download your own games. You got to sideload them through the network. You've got to go in and manually configure the controller setup for it to match whatever controller you're using. But if you are comfortable with that, this is a great little case for $30 that you can pick up on Amazon.
It's only a $30 case. That's pretty nice, man. Because
Yeah,
sometimes
so-
they overcharge for that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, $30. It's $30 well spent. What I want them to do, and I actually reached out to my contact over at Retro Flag, and I said, guys, this is an awesome case. And they sent me actually photos of this about 3 or 4 months before its official release. And I was like, that's awesome. And then just recently I sent them an email and I was like, guys, you got to do this in all of the colors. You got to get an orange and black one. If you're going Japanese release, you got to go with the watermelon color. You got to go with that jungle green. People will love it. And honestly, if they released it in multiple colors, I would straight up buy every color just for a display because they look
So
awesome.
are you saying this is the only color?
This is the only color.
It's
is
the
a
only
Japanese-
color, chat. Only color.
Yeah, one thing I will say about it, I don't like the dual color where the bottom has a different color than the top of the case.
Is
I
that-
think
oh.
I think that
It
they need
looks
to
good.
do the full case with both colors if they want to match like the original N64 colors.
No,
do
this
the-
is the original Japanese N64 two-tone. This is what a cool blue Japanese console would have
Oh,
looked
okay, because I had a cool blue North American one and it was cool blue everywhere. Right?
Mike, you always want things to be retro authentic, and now you're trying to change the game. What are you doing, Mike?
So this is cool because you got a relationship with Retro Brawler too. They send you a lot of stuff. So you got the
They
shill
send me
for
stuff-
2 companies on this.
Oh man, it was great. I
Double
was like,
shill.
wait, how can I reduce my workload while increasing my brand loyalty? Obviously, just merge the two together.
Oh, did someone send you this screen you're using too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, long
Triple
time.
whammy!
And what you guys don't realize is at the same time, Restalgia was drinking a bottle of coldest water. So we're talking 4 products chilled in this video.
Incredible. No, it's a cool little thing. What
It
there's
looks
like
cool, man.
there's a bunch of like really cool design features. Like they had the grill on
Yeah.
the side that you pop off and you get access to the extra ports. The little expansion pack pops open and you can actually stick like extra SD cards in there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just like lots of little cool little things that you wouldn't expect out of like a little $30 case. And it's solid. It's not like cheap garbage plastic that a lot of companies use. This thing is solid. It's well designed. The boards inside are well designed. It's super compact. It feels sturdy. I would say that it feels as good or better than an original like Nintendo first party product that they've released. Like
Nice.
it's
Did
really
you-
well done.
Can I
Is it
ask
sold
you a
on
question?
Amazon? Sold on Amazon?
Sold on Amazon. Yeah, $30. $29.
Do you have an affiliate link you can share to the people?
Yeah,
I
put it.
do.
let's
Hold on.
Put it
Let me
in
see
the
if I can
chat.
find it.
Yeah. Can
Put
I
that
ask you another
affiliate link in
question?
the Go ahead.
Did ETA Prime make a video on this case too, or do you know if he's going to make a video? Because if not,
I'm
I'll
sh-
watch yours.
I'm sure ETA Prime has made a video on this. I'm sure all the big guys have done it. There's an affiliate link for you guys. Hold on, I
So-
should probably write affiliate link.
Yeah, so I will tell you, I did watch Restalgia's video. Restalgia's voiceovers are always fantastic. I don't give him a lot of credit for editing because I don't know if he edits or he sends it to his editors. So
This
fuck
one was
that.
me. No, I
Okay,
did
well,
this
good
myself,
job.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to say to you, I'm very impressed with some of your camera work. Like you're getting these sliding shots and stuff.
I
Really
feel like
good
you're
stuff,
a
man.
huge troll, dude.
I'm not a huge
I don't
troll.
know-
I'm
I don't-
giving
I
you
don't
an
know if you're serious or
actual
not.
compliment.
It's almost like you see those same shots when you watch a Cool Toy video, Mike. It's almost
Well,
like identical.
I will openly tell you, I look at other YouTubers and their content styles and different shots they get, and I try to copy that. That's what
I
you do. You copy successful people. That's why I've made my channel completely different than yours because I don't want to be a failure like you.
Oh, please.
That's fair.
Restalgia's the best. I got to be honest. I don't like Restalgia's voiceovers.
I love his voiceovers.
I love his camera work, but not his voiceovers. And do you know why? Restalgia
Because
does
this
that thing.
Stupid voice.
He does the same thing that B Kong does. He does the stupid voice. You know, that the high pitched, like it's like when you doing a voiceover, just talk in your normal voice. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people out there that do voiceovers and they're like, "Hey guys, this is like, have you guys seen B Kong? Like I love B Kong, but he talks so softly in his voiceovers. It's like,
I've
"Hey guys,
never seen a
this is
single one of his videos.
this is B
I-
Kong, and today we're looking at this, right?" And I've told him that before. Like, dude, just talk in your normal voice. People want to hear your normal voice, not the
P-dubs, check out-
soft The soft, like, are you trying to seduce me, Restalgia? Maybe your voice is just too seductive. Like, so listen to Restalgia's voiceovers. His voice sounds nothing like what it is on this show when he's actually just talking in his normal voice.
P-Dubs, check this mofo out. Goofy Foot, no longer just talking shit privately in Discord and VR. Goofy Foot is now a menace on YouTube as well. Look at, what is this now? The kiss ass dudes. This guy is uncontrollable. Like, if there is somebody in the community that you like, Goofy Foot has probably said something negative about him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Goofy Foot and you, Mike, but this is like
Goofy Foot is out of
PTSD
control.
to when you blocked him and he was upset.
He's out of control. All right, so we do have a quick little bit of VR news.
Wait, that's it? We're done with the N64 case? That's it?
Yeah, dude.
Paul asked us to do a 45-minute
on it.
Right. Well,
45-minute retrospective on your video, but
we spent 10 minutes on it, bro.
Yeah, the audience has been asking for my stuff for like literally 10 episodes, 10 of our streams, and you're just going to just roll right through in 10 minutes?
And during that segment, we lost 23 viewers. In fact, the only guy watching on Rumble up and left.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You killed P-Dub's Rumble channel.
You've destroyed my Rumble channel. I'm just kidding. Great job by Restalgia. Welcome back to making YouTube videos. But speaking of VR, guys, nice update went in for Walkabout Golf. And we've been playing this game a lot as a community via all of our Discord channels, my Discord, Arcade's Anonymous Discord, Michael B's Discord, which suddenly came alive this week. It was great to see. The Tumbleweeds have exited Michael B's Discord. People are chatting again in his Discord. But they've added mini modes to a bunch more of these maps. And these mini modes are where they shrink you down, Mike. They shrink you down to like you're the size of, like, I guess, an action figure. So everything is going to look super, like, for instance, like, this is going to be your point of view when you're playing. Everything's been shrunken down. Your golf club is going to look huge, like you're swinging a tree branch. And it makes the shots more, like, further away, more challenging, more fun. Just another way to play. MG, you know what game this is. It's the only game you want to play on VR.
MG, let me give you the full MG experience while playing mini golf with him. He sits there. He's really rude. He really doesn't like it when people are nice to each other. And then he says, "Oh, hit my belly on that shot."
Dang, shots fired. James hates everything. They shrink you down to the size of Michael B's manhood. Holy cow. What'd you do to James? Did you beat him in golf last night?
No, James just has some very strange political views that me and MG have been giving him a hard time about. James currently lives in a bunker off the grid with a tinfoil hat around his head.
And here's Brooklyn Menace, the communities. VR expert, VR enthusiast. Low gravity mode was also added on some courses. Yeah, I think they added that on like 3 or 4 more courses. Did they add this to the PSVR 2 version? I don't know. I think, did they, guys? I thought it was just the Quest version, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the chat. If,
I would assume it'd be right across the board.
Yeah. Jolly Green, thanks so much. Welcome back to Rumble. I live in Jamie's bunker basement. There you go. But I'm excited. And apparently, like, you can look through keyholes on doors and see more stuff. Like, pretty cool video here.
Oh, goddamn lasers. I hate that course.
I will never play the laser course again. I will never play it again. That made me so angry. So angry. Updates were on all platforms.
You know what's so funny? When we first got our Quest 2s, the only person who ever wanted to talk about VR gaming was Restalgia. Now it's completely reversed. We're all like, "Hey man, VR," and Restalgia's like, "Oh,
yeah." Restalgia.
I'm not disappointed.
Wait a minute.
By it.
Hold on. For the last 2.5, almost 3 months, I have been playing VR every single day, and never once have I seen you log in, Restalgia, and play with us.
I played with you guys. That's fair. I'm using VR.
You need to play with us. We have a whole community.
It's almost like for some reason Restalgia's games can't connect online. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mike. And half of my games can connect online.
Meatball Saucy quoting some Austin Powers. I see where you're going with this. Just want sharks with frickin' laser beams on their heads.
So I gotta do a new segment on the show once again. Get ready, P-Dubs. You're being put back into the hot seat. So, honest question: when you log in to MetaQuest and see all the other people online, who are two people that are always online?
Mikey Yoon
Yep.
and your gaming techie.
And are they playing games or are they doing something else?
They're doing something else.
Wait, hold on. Wait, it tells you what they're doing?
Yeah. you can see what people are playing and stuff. So you go in, and every single time, I will admit, your gaming techie invited me to play golf with them one time, but I was already tied up in another game. But every time I go in there, two of them are online, and they're in Gatsby's 18 plus bar.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Well played. Well played.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what kind of creepy stuff Mikey Yoon and your gaming techie are up to, but they are always hanging out in Gatsby's bar on VR. Just the two of them for hours at a time.
It's just the 18 plus thing kind of throws me off, right? Like you see that and you're like,
it's probably just because they get rid of all the kid accounts, right? Like,
yeah.
Have you ever gone into like any social group and it's just a bunch of 13-year-olds streaming at each other? It's the worst.
First time I ever played Ghostbusters online, I went out on a mission and I was with another guy, didn't have his mic connected. He just joined me. I had no choice. They just joined. And this kid joined and he was terrible. He kept saying, you're the imposter, and then shooting me. And I was like, what is wrong with you, kid? And then he said, maybe I'm the imposter. And then he just rage quit, got mad.
All right, let's so that's what's going on for us in the world of VR. This isn't a VR show, but our new VR show is coming soon. Super VR Dudes. Very soon. We're excited. And actually, invitations will be made for additional hosts. So
yeah, it's pretty much the same show, except we're just going to add Brooklyn.
And we're going to get rid of Restalgia.
That's fine. That's fine. You guys will do better without me anyways.
No, Restalgia, the reason you have so much back pain is because you're carrying the show. You can't leave, buddy.
That's
we
fair.
need you.
Well, I just want you guys to learn that for yourselves. You'll see.
And speaking of carrying the community, I don't think you guys realize. Do you guys realize that it really hasn't been the YouTube community that has carried Arcade1Up all these years? It's actually been the Reddit community. And guys, they have hit 50,000 people follow the Arcade1Up Reddit. Even though this company is not releasing new products, the community keeps growing because they have what, like 5-6 million of these cabinets out there. And what happens? Everyone's just shuffling them from house to house, Mike. And they're going on Facebook Marketplace and someone's buying them. They're like, oh my God, I got a Final Fight. It was made 4 years ago. You know what I mean? What's Arcade1Up all about, right? Like, all you guys are shuffling the arcades all around Facebook and OfferUp. But holy shit, guys, 50,000 people in the Arcade1Up Reddit. So kudos to the Arcade1Up Reddit. Make sure you guys follow it, especially if you would rather get opinions in a more written form versus video form. I'm a video guy. That's why I do YouTube. I don't want to read a long article, but I do love going to the Reddit and hearing people be excited or be pissed off. You got to hear from the ground, or what do they call that? From the trenches, Restalgia, from the trenches of home arcade.
So I did read some of the stats in that article. I wasn't logged into Reddit, so I couldn't give it an upvote, but good job, Paul. And one of the interesting things was, as the company has kind of stagnated in the last couple of years, they've lost a lot of longtime engaged people, but it's picked up with new people coming in, but with less engagement. And if Arcade1Up or any of these home arcade companies see that, and they're wondering why people aren't engaging, it's because you aren't doing anything. You literally aren't doing shit. There's tumbleweeds, baby, tumbleweeds.
Yeah. Oh man, and I forgot to do this, Mike. Since we're all about the fun intros again.
Oh, just 1 second, really quickly. Apparently, Paul is guilty. He sponsored his channel and got 34,000 new members in the last 60 days.
No. That's not true.
That's all it was.
Oh man. Oh boy. All right. So Michael B wants to, I've been hogging the mic tonight. Tell people about this and all that stuff and get Restalgia's thoughts so I can take a breath.
So this atrocity to nature is the Arcade1Up Golden Tee Midway cab. And it's the first time they've really gone off the rails and done like a full-blown multicade in looks as well. Very similar to real multicades that came out back in the day that had very similar art. Now, these originally came out at $5.99. And a lot of people questioned if we'd see the clearance sales like Pac-Man had towards the end of its life cycle into Costco. We're dropped all the way down to $1.99. Well, this past week, a lot of people's wishes have been answered. Certain Costcos we know of in California, Southern California, and I think Southern Florida did have these available in stock, not floor models either, full box models for $1.99. I know a bunch of people in the community jumped on it. Stock Jock being like one of the nicest guys in the world went out.
$200.
$200. Stock Jock being one of the nicest guys in the world went out and bought 4. Completely ruined his back. So anyways, Mrs. Stock Jock isn't getting any action. That's a sacrifice he made for the community. And he sent 3 others out to the community. I know a lot of other people have jumped on it too. I saw Bobby Vu got one in California. So people are picking them up. Now, me personally, I love the XL form factor, but this isn't for me, as obviously with Arcade1Up, I want them to be arcade accurate. So it doesn't really do it for me. But at $200, what do you think? Like, obviously, this is something neither of us would have bought because we didn't buy it. But if at $200, if it was available to you, is this a pickup?
Well, no. For me, I went to, this is me and Biggie D, actually. Biggie D, this is when we went and we checked this thing out at Costco together. I had to sneak Biggie D in because he didn't have a membership there. He likes sneaking in places. You notice that, Mike?
That's common. You always go with somebody that has a membership.
I'm just kidding. But this, yep, that's Biggie D right there. So we went and we checked it out. And it was still new on the shelf. This was what, several months ago we did this video together. It's $600 and we played it. We played a bunch of games on it. We checked it out and both of us walked away going, I'm not spending $600 on this. Like, it didn't impress us or wow us enough to buy it. So Biggie D and I walked out without it. But if it's really $200 now, guys, honestly, I would buy it. Like, if I saw one happen to be walking through Costco and they're sitting there for $200, I would buy it. I think for $200, you're getting your money's worth, and hell, you could use it as a base for modding. I just saw somebody turned an XL arcade into an Arcade1Up NFL Blitz XL arcade.
Which, if Carl was here, was going to be one of the people we focused on for you on the web. But then Carl told us it was the same guy we featured last week. So he fixed it. Yeah,
that guy's making some great mods. I'm sure you guys saw that in some of the community pages. He took an XL Arcade1Up and put in all the Arcade1Up NFL Blitz guts with just 2-player controls instead of 4, but he got new artwork and new marquees from the typical guys in the community, Sabo's Arcades and all that stuff, and light up coin doors and stuff, and it looked great. Like, it looked great. Like, maybe Arcade1Up should have done an NFL Blitz XL, you know what I mean? But there you go. Oh yeah, Tucson, that's only 90 minutes away. Are they $200, Kirby? Let me know, man. Maybe I'll drive down there. Holy shit, is that, wait, whoa, Restalgia wearing the glasses. Very cool.
Oh, they don't have any prescriptions. They're just for show.
Blue light glasses, aren't they?
Yeah. They are.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, $200, guys. Honestly, I would pick one up if I saw one near me for $200. I would. And hell, just use it as a base for modding if you want. You know what I mean? Restalgia, what are your thoughts, buddy?
Well, I actually saw these locally at a Costco here in Canada. Mm-hmm. And I think the price was either $7.99 or $8.99. I can't remember. But I remember looking at the price, playing with it, and I was like, there's no way anyone's going to buy any of these. And interestingly enough, they're all still there It's been a couple months, and the last time I was in Costco, I saw them. I don't think they sold a single one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Are they still full price in Canada?
Yeah, they don't we don't
that's
get
why.
those deals like you guys get in the US. We get nothing. So if
I know
Costco wants to get rid of it, they'll literally just send it back to where they bought it from.
I know for a fact that that's not true. I know someone at least bought one from that location.
From my location? There's 3 Costco's within a 15-minute drive of each other for us. So maybe not necessarily my location.
Not every Costco got them. You know that.
I didn't know that. Interesting. Well, maybe
the
somebody
accusations are coming in hot. Goofyfoot is out of control.
No, I didn't buy memberships. I just promoted my Discord channel.
Yeah. But no, they still had like a full skid of them. So
yeah,
for me, this is not my jam. I mean, it has one good game on it. I'll give it that. It's got Rampage, best game on there. And this is the best form factor to play Rampage on anyways, with a trackball. Like you can't really enjoy Rampage without a trackball. So
Restalgia, you crack me up, bro.
So I have heard a lot of people who got this, even back when it was originally priced, are really happy with it. Has 2 games that never came out in this form factor, which are Sinister and Gorf, which people are happy about. Has most of the Midway games from that, classic Rampage cab, and most of the Midway Deluxe cabs. Except for the Mortal Kombat games. So like there's Root Beer Tapper, Wizard of War, lots of really cool games, 19-inch screen, really good screen. But like, it's really ugly looking unless you don't care, right? If you don't care and you're buying it as a multicade, it's pretty good value. And about value, Restalgia, $200.
I do.
I mean, for $200, I mean, most Arcade1Ups, you can't pass them up under $200. I mean, especially if you like to mod and tinker and want to create something that they haven't made themselves.
Even just keeping it stock. I mean, $199. It's like when the Iconic Arcade went on sale here in Canada for $199. I'd be like, you're crazy not to go out and buy a multi-cade with a Pi 4B for $200. So it's a very similar situation, but like if you don't have a lot of space and like this stuff doesn't appeal to you, you can still save $200. You don't need to buy it.
Yep. Got some people who agree. All this stuff from the Defender Partycade. I must have missed that.
Yeah, Sinister and Gorf are on it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Defender.
On this Midway Legacy cab thing. Blah, blah, blah. There you go. Okay, so here we go. So Michael B likes putting people in the hot seat, but you know what P-Dubs does? P-Dubs does hot takes. All right, on tonight's episode of Hot Takes, Michael B. the Game Genie. What happened when you spoke with Shiloh today at New Wave Toys?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say.
You're supposed to say it's a hot take, man.
No, they just reached out.
Funny.
And what? They reached out after talking to another YouTuber and asked if I was interested in reviewing the cigarette machine. So I am. I'm very excited. I'm going to put a family photo in it. It's going to be great.
You can put a picture of your family in there.
You can put a picture of your family.
So we do have a quick update for you guys on New Wave Toys. So a lot of people have been a little bit worried. They're like, what the heck? New Wave Toys a few months ago during 4th quarter told people that in 1st quarter, which we're in 1st quarter 2025, that you would start seeing the Golden Tees shipping, the Black Hole Pinball decoration shipping, the Crystal Castle shipping. Like they're supposed to have some movement during 1st quarter and get caught up on the mini replicades. That way they could start to announce the next batch of replicades and animatronics and all the fun stuff that they're working on. I spoke with Shiloh at New Wave Toys today just to check in. I haven't talked with the guy in months, and he let us know, guys. If you didn't know this, guys, they're in California. And what has happened recently in California that dominated the news during January, guys?
Hulk Hogan was booed out of Raw.
Hulk Hogan was booed out of Raw. and the wildfires. The wildfires did cause severe delays and stuff. Now, luckily, their situation didn't get damaged or things like that, but it's more or less like, hey, we can't go to work, you know what I mean, because of what's happening in that area. So he said that they're now that things are kind of back in motion, that they're looking forward to getting caught up here, especially as well. Chinese New Year's over, so everyone's getting back to work as well overseas. So we should hopefully see these Golden Tee and Crystal Castle machines hopefully within the next couple months. And I think they put out an announcement saying that their pinball machine Black Hole, they finally have the final prototype, and now it just needs tooled and go to assembly and all that. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah,
on the
so I think
Facebook
they
group?
said they're going to start production in April was the announcement they put out.
Yeah, so hopefully they can get that stuff done so we can move on to some new stuff. I know a lot of us have been waiting a long time for these products. I put in pre-orders for all three, actually. I put in pre-orders for all three. So yeah, I'm waiting on all this stuff just like you guys. So it's
So
been,
are you getting both decks, or are you just getting the Golden Tee deck and then using it for Tempest?
so yeah, so what I did is because Golden Tee was first, I pre-ordered the Golden Tee bundle where you get the mini replicate
Yeah.
and Glenn's Golden Tee control panel. And since it works with Crystal Castles, I went ahead and I just ordered the replicate for Crystal Castles. So yeah, so I didn't feel that because I don't want to be dude, I got control panels everywhere. I mean, hell, they're hanging on the wall back there. They're all over the floor, all around me. I got control panels everywhere. You know
So
what I mean?
let me take you back in time. Here is a time capsule thing. They announced the Golden Tee with the control panel. P-Dubs is like, I don't want all these control panels all over the place. 2 weeks later, hey, I got a Polycade.
Yeah. Crazy, right? But yeah, so there you go. And look for if you're interested in these cigarette machines, look for some reviews coming out by myself and Michael B. Looks like we have those on the way. He said he was going to send it to Restalgia, but he wanted a quality video, is what he told us.
I actually know everybody who's getting one, because what happened was Shiloh accidentally sent the list to me and said, hey, send emails out to these YouTubers. And then he wrote me back and said, oh shit, Mike, that was for Eduardo.
What's funny is every time you see Shiloh's emails,
He's amazing, yeah.
or his Facebook, you have to read it in his voice.
Yeah.
And everything sounds so much funnier, right?
Yeah,
So much
and I'm
better.
really bad at impressions, so I apologize in advance, Shiloh.
Yeah. All right, Mike. So we got some pinball stuff to talk about, but do you want to talk about some AtGames stuff first, or do you want to do the real pinball first? What do you wanna do?
Let's leave it up to Restalgia.
Let's do AtGames.
All right.
That's just power through that.
Okay, guys. It's time for the ultimate updates. Mike, I want to point out that 3 years later, I still haven't turned the volume down on that transition, and I know it blows people's ears out.
It's my
And
favorite thing to do.
And the way I envision it is if someone happens to be sitting there relaxed, it might scare the bejesus out of them, and it makes me giggle. So I'm not going to adjust the volume, guys.
My hope with every one of my videos is I talk low enough that MG turns up his volume to max, and then when my music hits, it makes him roll out of his recliner.
All right, let me grab something here for everybody. So, AtGames. So, AtGames Pinball. There's been a lot of people sweating, nervous, upset because whatchamacallit, Zen Studios, the games aren't listed on the calendar. If you guys remember, during all of last year, every time we knew a game was coming, like the King Kong pack, or you know what I mean, or Attack from Mars, or whatever, it was on their calendar of events, wasn't it? But now on the calendar of events, it just says Zen Pinball game release. You notice that?
Mhm.
That they're not telling people what game it is anymore. And do you guys know why this has happened?
Well, we assume it's to do with what happened with the initial Christmas Eve release calendar when they announced all these games and they accidentally announced Tomb Raider before Zen Studios had brought it up.
Right, because AtGames accidentally put this on here and revealed that Tomb Raider is coming soon, which is something that Zen Studios hasn't even announced themselves yet. Well, Zen Studios was pretty upset, guys. Pretty upset. And in fact, Zen Studios has told AtGames that they're not allowed to reveal or show the games until launch time. Like Discount, Double Check, Aaron Rodgers, they're not allowed to tell you in advance anymore. That's how mad they are that got released. Now, keep in mind on social media and stuff, Mel and the team at Zen took it well. He went into his own Discord, the Pinball FX Discord, and he's like, well, guys, some stuff got released, but we didn't want that to happen. But hey, Merry Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, he handled it well. But behind the scenes, according to AtGames employees, there was lots of stress about this leak.
Which AtGames employees?
Lots of stress, Mike. Lots of stress. We're not, Mike, shut up. We don't reveal
names.
We don't reveal sources here for fear of retaliation. How's that for fear of retaliation, Mike? But yes, according to current AtGames employees, AtGames was in the hot seat with Zen Studios due to this leak. So anyway, so now these calendars come out.
Now, just to be clear, that's unconfirmed. That's rumor and innuendo.
No, it's confirmed. I'm just not revealing my sources, Mike. Now let's go here. For fear of retaliation. For fear of retaliation. And it could possibly be rumor and innuendo as well. That way we don't get sued. But still. Either way, guys, it doesn't matter. Taking a peek here. So now we got these games coming out in February, Mike. What about this stuff excites you? Anything going on here?
I'm excited to try Zancor Deluxe. I don't play any of the Zaccaria tables on PC, so Zancor Deluxe apparently has already been out. It's not a new game, but it's new to the AtGames Legends ecosystem, so it'll be new to me, so I'm excited to check that one out. Then we have the 2 new Zen game packs, and even though this is going on where they can't announce what it is, I actually think that's pretty cool. I like the idea of surprise. I like guessing what it's possibly going to be. I mean, could it be Star Wars like they originally announced, a single Star Wars pack? Could it be a Williams pack? Hopefully it's not a Zen original. They're my least favorite of the Zen games. Some are really good. But yeah, I guess we'll see on the 19th, or maybe they'll give us a heads up a little earlier. And then on the 27th, we're getting Primal Carnage. So it looks like 4 games this month. But there's also the possibility that we're also going to get the 2 other games from the Rare Pinball pack, Battletoads and Killer Instinct. And from what I've heard from my sources inside AtGames with AtGames employees, Killer Instinct's really good. So I'm excited to check that out. And I love
And that's just rumor and innuendo.
Rumor and innuendo.
Apparently that's rumor and innuendo if you hear something from AtGames employees.
You're going to make me a martyr.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. They got a lot of pressure riding on them for Killer Instinct and Battletoads. Like I said, the videos won't be pretty if they drop the ball on those 2 titles. But taking a peek here, yeah, Primal Carnage is going to be cool. It'll be something new and different. Hopefully, it's not just a rehash of Dinosaur Dynasty. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. I mean, you can look at it. There's video online of it coming out. So hopefully it's really interesting.
Yeah, so some of you might be wondering, well, what are these Zen Studios games that are coming out? So let's kind of backtrack here for you guys. So Zen Studios games coming out. You guys noticed that on the original calendar, we were supposed to get Star Wars games this month, right? Star Wars games. And unfortunately, we are not getting the Star Wars games, guys, according to my sources. According to my sources, it is not going to be the Star Wars games coming this month. But you are going to get 2 Zen Studios games. And in fact, it's kind of interesting how this information came out, because apparently I am not the only one with this information as well. Other AtGames influencers, Mike, have already leaked it.
Oh, wow.
Other AtGames influencers already leaked the titles. And if I find out, and I have no relationship with the company, like, AtGames really needs to button it up over there, right? They need to button it up. You know what I mean? Like, too much information's coming out. Make sure your influencers who work with you don't say a word about it. Stuff like that. But apparently they are, right? So so according to my sources, guys, you are going to get Williams Black Rose and Williams Party Zone will be the 2 Zen Studios games released this month. And these weren't even supposed to come out until May. These weren't even supposed to come out until May, but instead they're coming up there because none of the Star Wars games are officially ready. Now, we're not going to complain about Williams games, right? I mean, the Williams games are fun and all
Yeah,
that
but
stuff. But
I will be honest. Party Zone and Black Rose aren't exactly my favorite games in the Williams libraries.
yep. And what's interesting too is AtGames influencers already kind of confirmed it. There was a post in the Facebook group where they're like, "Oh man, no Star Wars pack," and people were like, "Dude, what's going on? We don't know what game's being released," because everyone really wants a lot of the Star Wars games, right? Even though they're not based on real pinball machines, those Zen Studios Star Wars games, they're fun. They're fun to play. They're so good, right? So people are like, "What's going on with that?" And then sure enough, we got confirmation from AtGames influencer Tia McCloskey. What a random guess he put in the group yesterday. And are they going to be Black Rose in the Party Zone? Whoa! That's the same information I'm hearing. So we must have the same source, T. McCloskey. We must have the same source over there. So there you guys go. Those will be the games coming out this month, supposedly. Mike,
Rumor and innuendo.
Rumor and innuendo is those will be the 2 Zen Studios games. There you go.
Yeah, they're not.
We must have the same source.
They're not my favorites, but from everything I hear, he's a really nice guy, and maybe he just really likes those, or like you said, maybe he's shouting out something he's already heard. So whatever. I don't think that.
I think it's the latter.
Intentionally leaking information. Yeah,
I think he's shouting out something he already heard that he probably shouldn't say because, like, Zen Studios was pretty pissed at AtGames about that Tomb Raider leak. You probably don't want any more Zen Studios stuff going out there, is what I'm saying. I have zero obligation, but other people do, right? Especially if you are collaborating with the company. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like if you're told something in confidence, whether you have an NDA or not, you don't really want to go spill that stuff. I can tell you that from my information, I haven't been told anything about the games coming out. I got the exact same calendar they released. That's all I know at this point. So I wish I knew more. But I'm being hopeful, and I like the idea of the surprise. So I'm looking forward to see what it is. If it's Black Rose and Party Zone, they're good, but again, not my favorite Williams game. So it won't be as exciting as receiving like Medieval Madness, Cirque Voltaire, or something like that.
Yeah, like those games, like Arabian Nights, all the other ones, like those are like the bangers, right? The heavy hitters, the ones that people really enjoy. These will be cool, but not like amazing.
Black Rose and Party Zone would be the titles that iArcade would get if they made a pinball machine.
Yep, and that's accurate.
Wait, a whole video was made on these 2 titles already?
What?
Oh man,
do we have to give disclosure that almost 3 years ago I had finished working with AtGames?
No.
Are we sure about that? Just in case somebody's gonna say.
No. Restalgia, I love you're using a phone as your camera now. Like all your colors are better, your picture is much more clear. Really good job, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Except
these glasses reflect too much blue.
So there's not a lot more news coming out of that calendar. Like if you're really into the tournaments, I advise you to go check out AtGames on Facebook. They'll have full posts there. I mean, we're not going to cover it, but they do these Flipper Friends tournaments for 4K and HD. So a lot of fun if you want to jump in on those communities. And then we found out we're getting a nod, but we don't really have any information yet. I mean, it's nod. They always hold it on like February 14th. They're like, "Hey, baby, I got you that gift you've been waiting for." What says love more than all this stuff I bought from AtGames? Like, it's almost the weirdest timing, right?
Oh, man, you. Now, minus that, I really don't think there's anything else going on there because AtGames, both Zen Studios, Magic Pixel took time off at the beginning of the year. Well-deserved time off, right? I'm sure last year was stressful. But now they have, isn't it National Owners Day coming up? around Valentine's Day?
Yeah, that's what we just said. So National Honors Day coming up on the 14th, but
So
we don't have any information about sales or any of the events going on. So stay tuned. I'm sure like everybody who covers AtGames will be able to bring you that information. But if you want to go to somebody that's slightly irritating and has really loud intro music that'll blow out your speakers at the beginning, check out my channel. I should be getting the news.
shameless self-promotion continues tonight.
Lots of it.
All right, Mike, what's going on in the world of pinball?
Lots. Pinball at the Beach is happening right now this weekend. And a lot of news coming out of the pinball world. There was a huge rumor that went up on Nap Arcade earlier today that Spooky Pinball may be jumping into the world of band and music-related pinball machines with a very interesting choice.
Band-themed
Fake news.
Big
Fake
news.
Fake news.
I hate band
Restalgia. You've probably heard that it's fake news, but this is the rumor. Spooky Pinball to manufacture Motorhead pinball later in 2025. Apparently, there's already a homebrew, and they were going to modify the homebrew and put it out. That's the rumor that was coming, or they were going to do their own. Completely just a rumor. But for some people that have been following it and watching like the Pinball at the Beach coverage, they did directly ask Bug and Luke from Spooky, and unfortunately, they told everybody it was not true for 2025. So even though this is not true right now in 2025, they did leave it open for 2026. So, I mean, guys, they're not going to just answer a question. Like, I can't go up to them. I went up to them at Pinball Expo and I was like, so you ever going to make Evil Dead? They're not going to fucking tell me in an interview about unreleased games coming up or what their future plans are. So just because they said no doesn't mean it's not going to happen later. And some people alluded to the fact that there was a wink and a nod that this may be coming up later down the line.
Is Motorhead really like that much of a seller? Like, I know Motorhead is popular.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know that would be like in my top 20 picks of bands if I was making a pinball machine.
Well, it's good that they don't cater to you because you're millennial trash, but like real people that like good things would definitely buy this.
That's not cool. There's way better bands.
Way better bands. What would you like, Restalgia? Tell me about the bands you think
Hanson.
should be there.
What I think, what I would like, I would like to see.
Restalgia wants a 98 degrees pinball table.
I would do something like Metallica, or I would do something like the, what are they called? Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Chili Peppers would be a good one.
Chili Peppers would be boss. I would love to see Chili Peppers. I don't know, just like another Beatles one, maybe that's better than the one that was released a bunch of years ago. I don't know. There's like a bunch that I could think of. I know that the licensing on all of those would be way more expensive.
He wants the combo Nickelback Creed pinball machine.
Creed would be badass. I would take
I know there are a lot of you out there in the chat. There's over 200 people watching, as always, with the Super Game Room dudes. You can't fake live viewers, guys. You just can't do it. And what's interesting is there are a lot of you out there who are closeted Nickelback and Creed fans. I know you guys are in your cars with the windows up, with arms wide open. I know it.
It actually goes like this. Run, oh man.
Big shout out to B Kirby for a $20 super chat. Love watching the show, fellas. Keep doing what you guys do. Thanks so much, Kirby. We greatly appreciate your support of the channel.
Well, Rage Against the Machine would be amazing.
Hey man, this wouldn't surprise me, honestly. That girl's got such a following.
So
you never know. You never know.
Restalgia,
she's like literally the biggest star in the whole world, of course. Yeah, that would sell like crazy.
So there's a problem with like confirmation bias. Like, obviously, you're not familiar with Motorhead. It doesn't speak to you, but a lot of people said the same thing about Dungeons and Dragons. A lot of times these companies are going to make machines that you're like, oh, I don't fucking get it. Well, not something I would buy. But there obviously
that wasn't my attitude. I just asked. I was just like, hey, is there actually like a big, like, is there that much of a following for a Motorhead pinball machine versus something like, I don't know, like a Chili Peppers machine?
Well, think about it. Most of the people that are in the pinball space are of a certain age and they like the certain kind of music. Metal was huge back in the 80s for guys like 50 plus, believe it or not, or like even my age, like, mid 40s to mid 50s. Like, we loved metal. They made a game a couple of years ago with Jack Black called
Guar.
Brutal Legend, where there was I would fucking love a Guar pinball.
I would too.
Sick of you.
Stone Temple Pilots, Pink Floyd.
Stone
Look at every
Temple Pilots would
like-
be a good one.
What about something like Journey?
I love the crew.
Oh, yeah, I
the
would love a
crew.
Journey pinball.
But here's the thing. We've talked about this a bunch. Like band themed pinball. It just doesn't appeal to me. You know what I mean? Like,
Because you're not
I
a real
think-
fan.
no. I think I would
No,
just
no,
get
no.
I think I would get bored of it very quickly. Whereas
Oh, he's
you
been
know,
talking to Pitbull. This is Pitbull's mantra.
He's-
Every
No,
time
no,
I
no.
talk to Pitbull about
it's
pinball.
something that Pitbull and I agree on, Mike. It's not doesn't
Yeah.
mean I'm giving. I love and keep in mind too. Pitbull doesn't like a lot of the fantasy themed pinball games that I like. I like fantasy themed pinball. So, stuff like Dungeons and Dragons, Labyrinth, upcoming Harry Potter, which I heard rumor is going to be $20,000. I'm out if that's true. Some bullshit like that.
Really quickly, without doxing someone completely, if you like Slipknot Tomato Grass, you might want to connect with Justin Console Kits. He has a family member that has some intimate knowledge about Slipknot. So, yeah, if you like Slipknot, talk to Console Kits.
Yeah. Neil Diamond would literally sell tens of tape.
This is real. This is something that I'm not 100% sure if it already happened or it's in conversation, but yeah, Spinal Tap pinball is a thing.
Yeah. Okay, and then
Walking Dead remastered. Okay.
Walking Dead remastered, guys. So if they're doing the Metallica now, right? The Metallica was a pinball machine that came out a bit ago, and now you have the remastered version now. Apparently the rumor is Walking Dead would be next. Mike, what are your thoughts on this if that's true?
Really quickly, but like people are talking about pinball machines that have already been made. There already is a Weird Al pinball that's made by Multimorphic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, Multimorphic.
And like for Alice Cooper fans, there was an Alice Cooper table. I'm not sure if that was made by Spooky or Multimorphic, but yeah, a lot of these band tables, you're like, man, I'd love to see it. They're out there, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So Walking Dead was a popular one. I was kind of hoping because we knew a pile of these remasters were coming. I know Console Kits just did a road trip with 19K Fox, and Console Kits has some kind of weird sexual fascination with 19K Fox buying a pinball machine. So I know he spent 20 hours in the car with them trying to persuade him. And 19K Fox may be edged enough to actually make that purchase because there's also a rumor they're coming out with an AC/DC remastered pinball. So
I could see Fox buying that one.
Oh, yeah.
Is a big,
DC would be pretty badass.
Fox is a big AC/DC fan.
So
I could see that happening.
Walking Dead, I've never played it. I think it was really popular when it came out. I don't have any experience with it. The other big rumor for like a theme table that was being remastered was Ghostbusters. Now that's one I would jump all the fuck over.
A new Ghostbusters would be cool to see,
Yeah, with the new,
for sure.
what is it? The Spike 2? Spike 2, big color screen DMD, all that stuff. I would love to see it.
You guys aren't even real gamers. If you guys
No,
were real
probably not.
gamers, you would want them to make a remake, a 1-to-1 recreation of the Street
No, you
Fighter
gotta
2
mod-
pinball machine.
Oh
It's
no,
fucking terrible.
not the Capcom Street Fighter 2 pinball. That's like the worst pinball game of all time. But there's another company coming out with pinball, guys. Isn't it crazy how many pinball companies keep popping up?
Is this company familiar to you, P-Dubs?
Maybe.
Maybe.
So tell us
I think-
about Ramps.
This is
Pinball
ridiculous. This is ridiculous, P-Dubs.
He wasn't-
both
he
offended
wasn't on
and
the-
surprised.
He wasn't on
this
the
is-
episode. This
I'm
is
guys,
I know,
I'm building to it for fuck's sake. I was
Jesus.
out the week that these guys were on Super Game Room Dudes with Road Trip. So Restalgia, why don't you sing Tampa Tech's praises? Go ahead, man.
What do you want me to tell you? They're making Tampa Tech is involved in a project. Tilt Bob Pinball. They're coming out with a completely original pinball machine. It's called Road Trip, as you guys can see. This is actually my first time seeing this machine look the way that it does right now. I didn't
They-
actually know that they had released photos of this.
They actually changed the company name too. It's Ramps Pinball now.
Yep.
Well, that's probably a better name than Tilt Bob.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Yep, Ramps Pinball Manufacturing. So that's actually pretty cool.
Someone needs to tell Jason Namp that this isn't an exclusive, that we revealed this 4 months ago on the Super Game
Yeah,
Review.
I'm in a pinball media Discord thing, and I mentioned that I put our Super Game Room dude video up for people to see, and they were like, "Yeah, but you guys suck." And I was like, "Fair."
Yeah.
Anyways, if you go down, like, there's a lot of cool features. Like, obviously, one of the big selling features, which we talked about on the show, was the fact it was going to have that little, like, 16:9 screen right in the play field, kind of like what they do with, I think, Pinball Brothers did it with Alien, and I think, obviously Stern did it with the James Bond premium or limited edition. So that's a really cool one, the actual LCD screen on the play field that's going to give you directions. It also has a diverter mechanism very similar to Venom, which actually changes how the play field interacts during the game. So really excited to see that. And like, the table looks beautiful. Like, there's no 3D printed characters. Everything's really well molded. The art is it seems a bit rough for like a modern pinball release, but it's in tune with what their aesthetic is and their theme, because they want to go back and relive those 80s road trip movies. So I mean, this speaks to me for National Lampoon's Vacation and stuff like that. It's not exactly the coolest artwork. It's very 80s, right? But a lot of people like it.
I'm loving the trash.
Look at the
camera,
other side.
honestly.
Look at the other side.
Is there even
So-
a picture of the other side?
Yeah, if you go
Here
down,
we go.
the
Here.
playfield's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
the
you guys
playfield
remember
looks
when we
pretty good.
showed this
Yeah.
off on Super Game Reviews 4 months ago when P-Dubs wasn't here?
Yep. It was a great show.
But Nooner brings up probably the
I fucking love you, Restalgia.
Nooner brings up probably the coolest aspect of this machine. Obviously, where this is a small and new company, it's hard to go out and get a bunch of licensed music. So they've actually developed a technique where you can bring your own, like, MP3s, your own music to the table that you want to listen to while you play on the road trip. And I said, like, we were just talking about band tables. One of the big critiques of band tables is you don't always get the songs you want. And once you've heard all the songs a bunch of times, you kind of get bored of it. What if you could get a Metallica table and then add your own music like they're doing here? So really cool feature there. Now you can see the art on the other side that I'm talking about. It's, like, it's cohesive, it's good, but it feels like it's just, it's very 80s, but it's not exactly like as nice as some of the shiny, modern art we get from Stern and other boutique companies.
Bro, you're such a downer today. Like,
I'm
this
just
is
being
such a-
honest. What am I supposed to do?
No. You're taking things way too far.
What
We're
the
supposed to
fuck?
be shilling stuff, dude. I think the artwork is like a perfect match for what they were going for.
Yeah, I said that.
Alright.
It matches the
It's-
motif.
Exactly. That's it.
You know what this means, Mike?
You're not
It's
allowed to have an
time-
opinion.
It's time to put Restalgia in the
On the hot seat.
Restalgia.
Yes, sir.
Tell us why we should buy this pinball machine, and try and avoid telling us it's because your friends are the company behind this.
Yeah, I got full disclosure. I'm buddies with Tampa Tech, so
Butt buddies.
every kind of buddy. So I'm not going to tell anyone that they should buy this. They should make their own decision, and they should look to see exactly what it is, and if they like how it looks, and if they like how it plays, and wait for some like proper gameplay footage. I don't imagine that's been released. It's just photos right now, right?
Actually, when I read this originally, it said they were going to be at Texas Pinball Fest, but that is inaccurate, because they were actually at Pinball at the Beach right now. And earlier today, they did a live video or a produced video, I can't remember what one, with Carrie Hardy, which showed off gameplay for Road Trip. So if you guys want to go see actual footage of this machine in action, the one that's out there at Pinball at the Beach, go check out Carrie Hardy. He makes good pinball content.
You're just plugging everyone today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's you gotta wait to see the gameplay footage, and if it's something that interests you, like, great. This is a small independent company, so they do need support. They do need to sell the units that they're making in order to continue to make more machines. And honestly, that seems like they're doing a good job with it. The design's actually really creative. They've got a lot of the mechanics in there. The theme is really good for being completely original. I would just say that if you are, wanting to support the company, you're going to get seems like you're going to get a pretty good pinball machine out of it. So
yeah,
try before you buy. Before you buy.
So a couple other things, guys. They're not taking any deposits on this. It's full purchase when it's available, and they're only making 500 units. So very limited initial outing.
But they're only going to sell 496 of them because 4 of those units have been guaranteed for each of the Super Game Room dudes.
I fucking wish, but that's not coming true.
Because people get pinball machines for free. You know what I mean? So it's a joke, guys. Calm down, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't think a small company can do that.
All right,
not with something, not like products this expensive, but yeah,
no.
It's limited, and that's the thing is if you're going to be like, well, I'm going to wait on it, I'm going to snooze on it for a little bit, you might miss out because you don't know if like retail stores or I guess like bars and stuff actually want to pick it up and add it into the mix too. Like this is $500 or 500 units of total production, so that's for end user, that's for commercial, that's for everybody. So.
Yeah, and really quickly, like Paul Tampatek, super nice guy, fantastic guy, also works for AtGames, so he's very involved in the community. He's been doing content on AtGames stuff for a while. And his partner, Bob Nyes, is actually well known in the pinball community as being like one of the absolute best homebrew builders. So I think this is going to be a product that the pinball community is really going to gravitate towards. I hope it does well.
I hope it does well too.
All right, we got a question. Which company would you want to license to make Stern V-Pin recreations? Well, I mean, when it comes to the big studios out there, you would want it to be Zen.
It has to be Zen. It has to be Zen.
Zen is the biggest and the best.
The only drawback to Zen doing it is if you're not going to hook a PC up to your AtGames Legends Pinball 4K and play through that. Zen games coming to the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K are amazing, but they are slightly, downgraded. They're not exactly 4K. They, output at 2K. So you're not getting the full 4K resolution. But if Magic Pixel had them, I don't know how they would do. Magic Pixel have a very distinct style that's not very stern. So I don't know how good a job they would do of translating them, but they would be in 4K.
Well, real quick, guys, we got a couple little items to talk about. So you might see behind me, I mean, I put console because technically this game's available on console, PC, Steam, all that kinds of stuff. You may notice behind me, running on the Polycade right now, I got Looney Landers. Looney Landers is the latest game from the studio that brought you Donut Dodo, Cash Cow DX. Yeah, I think it was Cash Cow DX. And what you call it? I got it on Steam. They did send me a code to review the game. I played it for about 5 minutes before we went live. First time I played it, and it was interesting to figure out. Like you're these little guys, and an airplane flies, and your character jumps out, and you got to use your parachute and guide your character to land on the coins and the stars and collect stuff. It's an interesting arcade game like Donut Dodo and stuff. So make sure you guys check that out if you're fans of Donut Dodo and all that. Yep, Looney Landers is what it's called. Looney Landers. In fact, the only YouTube content I've seen on it so far is I think Gen X Grown Up did a live gameplay. So you guys could always go check out his live gameplay live stream. I've had the code for 2 weeks. I just haven't had time to.
Yeah, and this is not to be confused with the game that me and Restalgia play here in Canada, Looney Landers, which is spelled Looney, which is based on Canadian currency.
Yep, Looney Landers. And Mike, anything else going on with the console stuff? We're coming
so much fucking stuff, like it's crazy. So,
but what can we
Metal
talk
Gear
about in only 3 minutes? We have 3 minutes, Mike.
So Metal Gear Solid Delta, Metal Gear Solid 3 PlayStation 5 remake. The release date actually got leaked there a couple days ago. So if you were eagle-eyed, you would have seen a post go up. I sent it earlier in the chat. Let me see if I can still find it, but my Facebook has gone nuts. But that came out, so we now have a confirmed date, maybe, for the Metal Gear Solid Delta release window. That's a game I know 19K Fox is looking for. I'm really looking forward to as well. Damn it, I don't have it here in front of me. I had it up earlier and then it went down.
It's a Snake Eater remake?
Snake Eater remake, yeah.
Now,
me personally, I would like to see a remake of the original game, but everybody loves Snake Eater with the, close quarters combat and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here it is right here. So they released the, let me put it up on screen.
Snake. With Fox doing less business travel, which I'm not doxing him, he's made this known on his YouTube channel with his job change. Expect to see lots more 19K Fox shorts.
Oh my God, he loves those shorts.
There's going to be so many more, isn't there, Fox?
His shorts are really good, though. Really good.
They're fun. They're fun. Go ahead. Metal Gear Solid Snake.
Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. It looks like it's coming out on the 28th of August 2025. So get your loonies ready in Canada and your dollars ready in the US.
Good stuff.
Also, on top of that, we got a update on Valentine's Day. It's not just National Owners Day you can enjoy. If you have the Nintendo Switch Online and the expansion pack, Wario Land 4 is coming to Nintendo Switch Online on February 14th. When your wife gets tired of you, or in Restalgia's case, 2 minutes after you've started lovemaking, you can then roll off and start playing Wario Land 4 on the Nintendo Switch Online.
You're giving me way too much credit. 2 minutes.
Well, I'm assuming it takes you about a minute and 35 seconds to take off your clothes.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't have the video assets for that.
Something tells me he's a quick stripper. Something tells me that it's like that scene in what's that Jim Carrey movie where he has the power of God?
Bruce Almighty.
Almighty, when he's in the bedroom and he goes like this and all his clothes pop off. That's Restalgia. That's Restalgia on the special nights there.
Guys, let me just pull this up here now. I got the video up. I'll just show people.
Oh boy.
Higher screen. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Share screen. No, this is the Wario Land 4 stuff. So
okay, but I gotta give them
anytime, Mike, whenever you're ready.
We gotta give the channel members a teaser of the after show.
So here it is. This is regarded as the best Wario Land. Me personally, I really like Wario Land on the Virtual Boy, believe it or not. But people are saying this game's fantastic. One of the best releases in the series. I've never played it, but I have Nintendo Switch Online and the expansion pack. I like 2D action platformers, so I'm gonna go check it out.
Absolutely. You know what? I just saw another 2D platformer game that somebody shared that looked cool. What's the Macross? Is it not? No, not Macross.
Oh yeah, I don't have it. John Riggs covered it today, but the company reached out to me that are doing the game Macross Shining Insight, which if you followed Robotech back in the day, Macross is like the continuation of that. So they offered me a code and they said, "Do you want it for PlayStation 5 or Switch?" And I said, "Switch." And then they wrote me back and said, "Ooh, sorry, all the Switch codes are gone." But that game just recently came out as well.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Super Game Room dude says Mike doesn't pay for anything. Confirmed. Look at that, guys. Look at that.
I could respond to that. P-Dubs doesn't like it when other people get things. But it's fine when he gets things.
I don't like it when people get things they don't deserve.
When they get things they don't deserve. Only
Not
P-Dubs
you.
deserve things.
Not you. Like if you go and you buy 30,000 subscribers and then email companies and ask for free shit, I don't think you deserve free shit. Everyone else worked harder than you.
So there's some other Nintendo Switch rumors. I'm surprised this didn't blow up. The Nintendo Switch 2 Direct actually got an official time of day. So I expected 40 million videos about that. We didn't get them. Someone did mention that there might be a new Castlevania game coming to the Nintendo Switch 2.
And you know what? Hats off to all the Nintendo Switch YouTubers for not making 17-minute videos about that announcement date.
Yeah, we already had the
Because
date. They didn't have the time, right?
let's tell you how crazy the YouTube community. It's not just us guys. People always try to like put us in a little box that like we're a bunch of psychos that cover what we're interested in. For instance, the Fantastic Four trailer just came out. It looks great, by the way. The new Fantastic Four movie. It was a minute 27. Oh, God. It was a minute 27-second teaser trailer. And there are like 5,000 YouTube videos out there that are 20-minute, like anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes long, talking about something that was a minute and 30 seconds long. Does that make sense, guys? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm surprised that the Nintendo Switch people didn't go nuts, that community making videos like, we have a date, here's my predictions. You know what I mean? Like, they actually held back. They held back, Mike.
Well, they had other news to cover, like RGT, awesome guy, but like he's a business, right? So every day it's like switch to. So I saw they had the whole mouse compatibility with the Joy-Cons to cover. They had the Castlevania game coming out, and then they also had some other rumors of games and different things like that. So every day you get a different update on what the hardware could be, what the games could be, all that stuff. So there's lots of other news. I think they realize talking about the Pacific time, not that big a deal.
Sounds like all the hour-long videos on the Slim Katie. Yes, exactly. No, I paid for my Labyrinth topper. I paid for my Labyrinth pinball machine, all out of my own pocket.
He got a 95% discount though. He only had to cover the shipping charge.
I didn't get any discount.
There is a really disappointing piece of news out there right now. Just
What?
went live, broke right before we went live. It's the weekend, and what do we like to do on the weekend? We like to play our video games. But unfortunately, if you plan on playing your video games on PSN, you might have a problem this weekend, as the PlayStation Network is apparently down with no update on how long it might be out. Now, this is coming from an hour ago. Let me just bring this up from IGN. It might be updated now and it's back on, but PSN is down, and it could be down as much as 1 hour to 30 days, they're saying. So, yeah.
All right. Well, then I will just play VR on Quest instead of the PSVR 2 this weekend until they get that problem fixed. Mad Dog gave us $2. Happy Friday, gamer dudes. Thanks so much. Jolly Green is still over there on Rumble saying, what's up? Need Michael B. and Fox on Rumble. And I'm really sad to see, guys, that tonight Marcus was not on Rumble. We've had about 10 people watching us on Rumble the entire show. None of them was Marcus. I feel heartbroken. Maybe he's got a life. Maybe he's busy.
It's possible.
It's possible. Brooklyn Menace, there goes my VR stream. Yeah, man. Meta 3 this weekend. Speaking of which, guys, after tonight's broadcast, I plan on eating some food because I haven't eaten dinner yet, walking the dogs, and then I'm hopping on VR for the rest of the night. But over the weekend, I am committed to wrapping up YouTube videos. I have 4 really cool videos in the works, so make sure you subscribe to P-Dubs Arcade Loft on YouTube, and hopefully I'm hoping to get at least 2 of them out, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. And I know Mike's got reviews in the hopper. Restalgia has got piles of free stuff that he's swindled from companies that he's got to make videos on, right, Restalgia?
It's 100% true.
Yeah.
Piles of stuff.
So I just got the Quarter Arcades Burger Time sent to me. I got it on Thursday. So I've started doing my review on that. So I'm hoping to get that out Sunday. I've got a demo game that was sent to me from a Canadian developer, which is kind of I can't say anything about it, but expect a video on Monday. And I also got that X Arcade 2TV XR. So I'm excited about that. I've also got another thing coming, so I'm going to be making some changes to my room up here, and Megacade is getting upgrades, so I'm pretty excited about that. Checking those out in the next.
It's going to become the Super Megacade.
Super Megacade. But you know what's funny though? Like, you go through these lulls where you've got everything out of your ledger, you've done all your reviews for people, like you don't owe anybody anything, your life is your own again. Then all of a sudden, everything comes at one time, and you're like, I am swamped.
Yeah. Mike, you have such a hard life.
I have kids that
True.
live at home. They're all sick right now. I might have to drive to the hospital after this to bring my son in because he has croup. P-Dubs is
Oh my
like, you got
God.
such a hard life.
Oh my God, Mike, I didn't even know that. I'm sorry to hear that, man. All right. Well, guys, that's about going to wrap it up for us tonight. We got through all our topics and we even added some bonus console chatter. So, hey, there you go. We even stayed 8 minutes longer than I normally like to. So, big shout out to Restalgia for being on the show tonight. It's always good to see you, man.
I appreciate you guys inviting me. If you guys ever need anyone to just take up just to fill some blank air, I will gladly oblige.
Yeah.
Restalgia, when are you going to start reviewing your VR games on here again? That's what we're waiting for.
Yeah.
I will not be on Super Game Room, dudes.
Yeah, we got the VR segment.
Well, I could start probably doing that. I've been playing VR. Well, I've been on VR every single day.
And Gatsby's 18 plus bar.
Are
right?
we not friends on Meta? Are we not friends on Meta?
I'm friends with
I
him.
have no idea. I think so. Yeah, Mike,
I'm friends with you on Meta, dude, and I never see you on there ever.
I'm literally every morning, 6:15 in the morning, Eastern time. So that'd be, I don't know what time that is for you. You're Arizona. You're 2 hours behind. So if you log in at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll be there.
Is your Meta handle just your YouTube name, Restalgia?
Just my YouTube name, yeah.
Followed by Michael Barry.
Really quickly, one more of these tonight. This one's for Restalgia. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a hot take.
It's the hot seat, buddy. There's a hot take video too.
I ruined this already. So, Restalgia, I've got to ask you a very important question. You're on the hot seat now.
Okay.
Is $20 $20?
Listen, I'm not crazy, but $20 is $20.
There it is.
So,
yeah. Well, I don't know what the community...
you know.
What do you guys want to play on VR after the show? What do you guys all want to play? Let us know in the chat.
We're gonna play together with that little kid.
NFL Pro
You're
Era
the
2.
imposter.
Somebody come play me in NFL Pro Era 2.
We are friends. We are connected on Meta, but I never see you on there.
Look at the last time I was online. You can see it. It was this morning.
It says there's no VR activity for Restalgia's account.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. You know what? I turned off my VR activity, my public VR.
Oh, so people can't see when you're online and stuff? You like to keep it private?
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Yeah.
All right.
Here, I'll change that. Then you can actually see, and you can see I'm on every single day.
If
anything as long as it's golf.
So if you guys are looking for a fun time, Meatball Saucy is in fact sauced and going to be playing Dungeons of Eternity. So look him up.
Yeah,
nice.
I have Dungeons of Eternity. I've only played it once for a few minutes. Got killed. The skeleton destroyed me from behind, but I haven't played it. I need to go back and play it.
Do you have Demio?
I have Demio too. I
knew that one would be right up your alley.
I love Demio. And I would love to get a group together to play Demio on VR.
I don't think I'm doing group stuff tonight. If I don't have to take my son to the hospital, I might try to sneak an hour in. I'm playing Metro Awakening on Quest, so I'm going to Apocalyptic Russia tonight to go get some medicine for my wife.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's the case, Mike, we should put a pin in the show so you can take care of your little. Guys, do us a favor. If you enjoyed tonight's broadcast, give us a thumbs up on the way out. Thank you for subscribing. Subscribe to all of our separate YouTube channels and this show as well. Help us get to 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers on this dedicated show channel. And we will see you next time. We will see you next time.
On the web.
On the web.